Hey everybody, it's Daryl back again. I got a couple hives in my mother's house and I was going to go check on them, and because I've been slacking here lately because I'm working all the time, and I got some other stuff going on that I'll tell y'all about later, but I got over there and I got a swarm that's come out of one of my hives, so I had to run back over here to my house to get my stuff. So let's gather up my stuff and we'll see what we can do to get this hive in the box. Stick around. Alright, so this is going to be a two-part video. Get a lot of questions on whether bees will, what we do about mold. This is the old hive that the bees died out in, and the top blowed off of it, so we got a little bit of water issues in there too, but that'll dry out because we got such starting to warm up here. But what we're going to do is put this swarm right here in the box. This swarm come from out of one of these hives over here at my mother's house. I got two hives there, and then there's two little nukes over there, but I'm assuming it come out of one of these hives. So let's try to get this baby in the box. It's gonna be a two-part video probably, because we're gonna do a follow-up on the frames and see how good they clean them up. So stick around, let's get this baby in the box right quick. All right, what we're gonna do now is I'm just gonna put two frames in this box to start with, and then I'm gonna shake them off in here. We're gonna put the top on it, and then we're gonna cage the queen. When I say cage the queen, sometimes I mean a cage, but this time we mean a clip. If you don't know what that is a queen clip. All the bees can get in and out of it, of course, except the drone. And when I catch a swarm, I put my queens in a clip like that right there and leave them in there for a day or two. That way the swarm can get set up and we don't have to worry about them trying to leave on us. So let's get them in the box right quick. This should be a fairly simple one. In theory. Work the box up around them. And just, they've actually built comb here. So they've been here a while. I didn't see it. Might want back up just a little bit. Go.
He's on the back of your arm.
Go. Okie dokie. So what we thought was a swarm is actually an established colony that just tore my little tail up. So, see the comb? So what we're going to do is move them off of here and put them in the box. I'm going to try to salvage that comb, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. Comb like this is kind of hard to band in a hive or in a frame without crushing it all to pieces. So let's try this again, except with smoke. I think I got popped 4 or 5 times, so let's try it again.
Mm-hmm.
Now what you want to do when you're doing this right here is when you're pulling your comb off, you want to make sure to look for your queen. Chances are she's going to be a pretty good distance in there, as far as probably back over in here. But this hive's been here, or colony, whatever you want to call it. It's been here probably at least 5 or 6 days. And the reason why I say that is because we got brood, or we got eggs and larvae in here. I don't know if this iPhone will pick it up. But there's they've been here a couple days. I'm gonna guess probably at least 5 days. And some people say, well, that's an awful lot of comb for them to be here only a few days, but when the swarm comes out, they're ready to start building comb. They're a whole lot better than buying a package or something like that. because these bees already know that they're fixing to move. So they go ahead and gorge themselves on honey and get the resources needed to start building comb. Now the reason I got popped a while ago is one, I was treating it as a swarm and I knocked some of the comb off. A swarm you can be a little more aggressive with. Something like this, you kind of have to take your time and be easy with them. Now all I'm doing right now is I'm pretty much trying to get them in the box. I'm going to put the top on it, let them settle down a little bit, and then I'll take them and try to find the queen. Now probably what I'll end up doing is leaving this box here overnight. Just to try to make sure that I get all my bees. Squish one or two. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the top on this box and see if the queen's in it. If it is, I can go ahead and get these bees off of here without having to really worry about squishing her, because she's the main priority at this point in time. I'm thinking that she might be in the box, but then again, you never really know. So we're going to give them a few minutes and see what happens.
Now, if you put some of that honey comb in there, will they go to it?
Nah, they're pretty much happy right here where they're at. The main thing we need to do right now is find the little lady queen.
The fact that you're scared of them, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, I ain't acting like I'm scared of them. I smell some honeysuckles.
Now see right here, this is how long they've been here. You can see that these are eggs right here. And this is larvae.
You see, I can't see it because I don't have my glasses on.
Now if you're grafting queens, that one right there in the center is a little too old. Just trying to see if I can find one. It's kind of on the edge. Once they make that little C right there, they're a little old. You want them just a little bit younger than that. That one right there might be a good one. They say you want them to be kind of in the comma stage. Once they make the C, they're a little too old. And this phone won't focus enough to... Now those right in there, they're pretty good age for grafting. So, but like I said, this hive's been here for a couple of days. I'm saying 5 or 6 days at least. Might be even a little bit longer than that. But that's what eggs look like in the bottom of a hive. They're confused. They don't know where they need to be at. I'm actually thinking she's still up here. I'll move this over just a little bit. Drone?
Got her?
No, that's a drone. What I'm doing right here is they're getting in little clumps. I'm just taking my finger and knocking them off in my hand, putting them in the hive. Poor little hands are going to be feeling it this afternoon. The way the bees are fanning and stuff, see how they got their little butts in that air? I'm thinking she's in the box now. You can never be 100% sure on that until you actually lay your eyes on her.
His mama can't believe she squatted down here with bees flying around her head either. Daryl, look at that one right there on the end of the box. Not her.
That's a drone that just
Oh,
flew
okay.
off.
I know you're looking at your mama like, I cannot believe you're standing there.
Oh, there she is.
You found the queen. No?
No, she's there. I just didn't want to squish her. The way the frame's built out, she could have easily got squishy. She's trying to squeeze her way in between the.
Well, at least he knows she's gone. He's got her.
When you put a queen in a clip like this, you always want to make sure that you do not squish her.
Get that a little bit close.
But right there she is.
One right, and you can
She's right there.
not have a free hand. Where's she at?
Right there.
Inside?
Right there.
I can't. She's in that clip.
So what we're gonna do now is put everybody in the box. Take these frames right here, the nasty ones with the mold and stuff on them. Scoot them in here.
Will they clean them?
Yeah. Now what I'm gonna do, I can't put 5 frames in here and still have room for my queen clip. When you use one of these, when you put them in the box, you do not want to squish the frames up against it because it will let her out. I've been there, done that. So what you want to do, especially with a box like this right here, you just want to get her barely in here. And squish this part of the clip together with the frame. Notice how it's at an angle. Now when you transport this, you're gonna have to be careful not to shake it loose. But the bees still can get in here and they can feed her from the end. So she's not trapped in there, or she's not in there where they can't get to her. When you do stuff like this right here, you want to make sure your workers can still get to your queen. That way they can feed her and take care of her while she's in there. So my next thing I'm gonna do, put the top on it.
What's the one that? There you go.
Now when I leave it here tonight, of course, I'm not going to leave it like that because of the wind and everything else. But I'm going to put a little bit of smoke on them. Try to get them to start working their way out, or at least get in the air.
Mama's backing up.
And if you can get a couple of them to start landing on the front of the hive, see how they're all kind of migrating toward the hive now. how good the phone will pick this up, but you see all the bees flying around. Now the comb that I pulled out of the hive, or out of this external colony, I'm probably going to end up putting it in the wax motor. It's so fragile, it'd be hard to put it in a frame. And even if they do put it in a frame, then that frame, they'll never draw it out right, and it'll be more of a headache than anything else. That's the thing about doing stuff like this right here. Sometimes you got to kind of figure out what's best in the long run, and trying to splice little pieces of comb like that into a frame normally is not something that's going to work out too good. So as you can see, they're marching in. And all they're doing there is signaling that the queen's in the box. Let nobody else know. As you can see, they're leaving that. Alright, so I've made my mind up. I'm going to put the hive down here. It was up here. It's not too far of a stretch for them. I'm going to smoke them real good, and I'm going to start some big quick type stuff up here to keep them from landing up here. Stuff I'm going to use is this stuff. I've just started using it. I'm not 100% sure if it's as good as the stuff that I was using at one time, but I know it smells. To me, it smells a whole lot better than the other stuff did. But as you can see, I'm not a big fan of it, and I try not to spray it on the bees, just for the very simple fact of the matter is it probably won't be too good for them. But as you can see, that deters them from landing up there, but they'll slowly start working their way down. As you can see, some of them's already figuring it out, but that's it. With stuff like this, you'll never know what you're going to run into. So I'm going to leave that frame there overnight, just because I don't want to put it in the back of the truck and I ain't got nothing to put it in to keep it standing upright. And I don't want to get messed up, but I'll come over here tomorrow, and probably in the morning or something. All these bees, or most of them, should be in the box or pretty close to it, and I'll probably move them back over there to the house long enough to let the queen come up. So hope everybody's doing good, and as always, we'll see you on the next one. Hey everybody, I just wanted to add one little thing to the end of this video. That was my mother videoing for us. I think she did a pretty good job, so I just want to give a little shout out to her and tell her thank you for videoing. She's slowly warming up to the bees, as you could tell in one of the video clips. So I want to give a little shout out to her and tell her thank you. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, just leave them in the comments below. I got some more videos coming up. Just got to have time to edit them and get them uploaded. So I hope everybody's doing good. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.